Check it. Alright, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero, and in this video we're going to be looking at fake shares, proof that synthetic shares do exist. We're going to use numbers and math to figure that out. We're going to be looking at some of the numbers with institutional ownership and retail ownership. Also, BBBY is up 30% today. We're going to be looking at that and how this could potentially be triggering the MOAS and more signs that AMC is about to squeeze and our bars pattern is on track. We're also going to be looking at that and updating you on that and the progress of that as well. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC, APE, GameStop, and BBBY, which is up 16% on the day. We're also going to briefly look at HYMC, which it does have to do with AMC. And I just want to run a few things by you guys about BBBY, on why it could cause the MOAS, what we're looking at, and why it's another sign that AMC is about to take off. We're also going to be looking at implied shares outstanding and proof that there is synthetic shares. So we're going to be looking at that as well. So let's go ahead and hop in the technical analysis for HYMC. So just real quick for HYMC, I just want to point out a couple things. First of all, it had this beautiful bottoming pattern right here, this triangle that you see, which is a beautiful bottoming pattern, which it is breaking out of and moving to the upside. It's also flashing several bullish signals. As you guys can see on the daily time frame, we have a bullish MACD. So we have a technical breakout of a pattern. We have bullish MACD on the daily time frame, and on the weekly time frame, I do believe it has weekly MACD daily. Let's go ahead and check. Yes, it does have weekly MACD daily. And if we go ahead and put on the indicator for the super trend, you guys can see that it's flashing a bullish signal, buy signal on the daily time frame, indicating a larger move to the upside for HYMC. So you have a technical breakout, this buy signal, and technical indicators saying that there's bullishness coming for HYMC. Now that all of these stocks are related, let's go ahead and look at BBBY, which was up 30% on the day today. So let's go ahead and zoom in so we can really see what's going on, because they really dropped this stock and hammered this stock down. But as you guys can see, they had this massive run up. So if BBBY can get past this 30-cent, 31-cent resistance, it could easily go to 36 cents, then go to 50 cents, and go to $1. And if BBBY goes to $1, it could absolutely see a ginormous mega gamma squeeze, which could lead to a huge, massive short squeeze. Just think about it, going all the way from 30 cents to $1, and then from $1 to say 5 to 7, all the way from 30 cents, and who knows where it could go if it could get past $7. This thing could absolutely take off. We've seen it get all the way to $50 before, and there are so many calls expiring in the money. If this thing can get up to $1, it will definitely see a push all the way up to like $3 if it can get to $1, maybe even 5. So massive gains on the way for BBBY, possibly in its future. Now it's going to have to deal with this 30-cent resistance, then the 50-cent resistance, 75-cent resistance before it gets to $1. It seems like it mostly has to deal with this 30-cent resistance, but it is flashing buy signals on the daily, on the hourly time frame, and then once these move up to the higher time frames, like the daily time frame, I expect to see a nice move for BBBY. Now it does have MACD bullish on the daily time frame, and it does have momentum kicking up to the upside. And we go ahead and look at the Bollinger Bands. You guys can see that it's outside of the Bollinger Band, potentially in a squeeze type move right now. So we will see what's going on with BBBY, but it is very interesting that it's starting to make these types of moves. As you guys can see, it's outside of the bands. Anytime a stock's outside of the bands, that means it's in a squeeze type move. But it is type interesting that it is right around the time that we're seeing all this volatility for AMC and that this bars pattern is predicting a massive move to the upside for AMC, and we are seeing short interest at all-time highs for AMC with cost to borrow reaching all-time highs for AMC. So it is very, very interesting that we're seeing these stocks start to pop. We're seeing BBBY start to pop. Just a little bit ago, GME started to have a little bit of a run, which is consolidating and looking like it's setting up for another run, in my personal opinion. If GME gets above $30, you could see parabolic action for GME. The reason why I do say that, because it is setting up for a big move, just like all the meme stocks. And it's very, very interesting that all of these stocks are setting up for these moves right around now, which gives me merit to think that these stocks are about to take off, and it's more um, that validity to the interest that AMC is going to see a massive move. As you guys can see, Bollinger Bands on the weekly time frame getting extremely tight for GME, letting you know a big move is coming. Also, it consolidated above that gap fill, so which is extremely bullish, consolidated above that gap fill in a bull flag. Now it is breaking out of the bull flag, retesting it, and it's going to start moving to the upside, retesting this $27 range. When this thing does take off, it is going to be absolutely massive. It is in a huge falling wedge, and I've done the research for you guys, where you take the bottom and the top of the falling wedge to get your price target, and it puts you at or near around all-time highs for GME. Let's go ahead and see what the super trend is saying on the 4-hour time frame, so you guys can see that there is a buy signal on the 4-hour time frame right there. That little triangle right there is your buy signal, and there is a buy signal on the daily time frame telling me that GME has bullish momentum building up and is going to make a big move. And if you go ahead and look at the weekly time frame, it's building up for a gigantic move. Bollinger Bands getting very, very tight, letting you know that volatility is coming, and it's consolidating right at the tip of this huge falling wedge, which if it gets to the top of and breaks out of, it could see a massive move to these higher levels for GME. Now, APE is also doing a little bit of a move itself, but let's go ahead and look at the same thing happening for AMC. As you guys can see, I already took your high to your low right here. So you take your high to your low, and that will give you your breakout target for your falling wedge. I already did that for you guys. Go ahead and put that over to the breakout point, and that gives you your breakout target, and it puts you right around near or around all-time highs for AMC, the breakout of this falling wedge. Now you guys can see that the Bollinger Bands are getting very, very tight on the weekly time frame, and we have green weekly MACD. Last time we had those two things, we had this run up here and this run up here. So it is looking like all of these stocks are setting up for a huge move, not financial advice. Now, as far as AMC is concerned, I do think we might have a little bit of pullback in AMC's future. I think that we are going to see a little bit of downside consolidate. Basically, let's go ahead and zoom in and see what we're looking at for AMC and see exactly what we're looking at. So basically, I think we might have a little bit more downside, move to the downside, consolidate between this 550 or 450 range and 550 range, and then have that massive move to the upside that the bars pattern is calling for once we consolidate in this bars pat or in this pennant type pattern that you guys see for AMC. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these indicators so it's not so it's a little bit more clean for you guys so you guys can see. But let's go ahead and see what we're looking at for AMC on the bigger time frames on the bars pattern. So this is continuing to play out. Again, if as long as it consolidates in between this range here and gets to a tip, basically starts consolidating down towards this 480 range, $5 range, I do consider this still in play. As you guys can see, it is playing out candle for candle, even calling that big drop that we seen Friday. Now it is saying we might have a little bit more pullback consolidation for a few more days, and then a massive pump to the upside for AMC. As you guys can see, it puts you at around all-time highs, and it works out perfectly with the breakout of this falling wedge. And this was pulled from the 2020 run, so that means we would consolidate and still move to the upside. So we would make this run, then consolidate above this level here, and then make another movement to the upside if this continues to play out candle for candle like it has been. So I wanted to get this information out there for you guys, let you know where we're at on the bars pattern, let you know where we're at on the technical analysis for AMC. We're also going to quickly look at APE and then look at the fundamentals and show you guys that there are synthetic shares. So guys, as you guys can see, APE is basically in a uptrend. It broke out of this cup and handle formation. Right here is the cup and this is the handle. It is breaking out of it right now. We should actually move this up just a little bit to show you cup and handle formation. So right here is your cup right here, and then this is your handle, and then we're going to have a massive breakout once we get above this red line of support. As you guys can see, you have your cup, your handle, you have to break above that line of support, come back down and retest it and move to the upside. Now we're in an uptrend and Bollinger Band's getting very, very tight, telling us volatility is coming for APE as well. So as long as the conversion doesn't go through, which I don't think it is, and the reverse stock split doesn't go through, which I don't think it is, I did videos on all of that, so make sure you check that out. I think APE is going to see a run with AMC to the upside, and I think that is coming very, very soon for AMC, APE, GME, and BBBY, not financial advice. Now, guys, let's go ahead and look and prove that there are synthetic shares. As you guys can see, institutional ownership is at about 26%. And if what's weird about that as well is that is the same amount of short interest we have. I just want to point that out. That would mean that every short share basically owned by institutions is short. I don't believe that at all, but it is very interesting that that is the same price or the same percentage short. But here, let's go ahead and go down with the theory. So you guys can see that we have 26% short or interest institutional ownership. Now we have Adam Aaron saying, guys, so let's go ahead and look at how there are fake shares. So like I was saying, Adam Aaron tweeted out and said in his Q 2021 earnings call that institutions or that retail owns 90% of the shares. So if retail owns 90% and institutions own 26%, that is over 110, 120% of the shares sold short. And that is why we have things like Yahoo saying implied shares outstanding, like this right here, implied shares outstanding, and we have glitches for the market cap like 4.2 billion, where really it should be about 2.9 billion dollars. So this is why we have those types of glitches. We have the market cap messed up because there is synthetic shares going around, and this is proof because supposedly we own 90%, and this is of 2021, so that means retail owns even more now. So we probably own 95 to 100% of the float, and institutions own 26 to 30% of the float. That means the float is sold multiple times over, and it is very easy to figure that out when you do math, and that is why we have these glitches with the market cap and things like notations like implied shares outstanding. But guys, that is basically the video that I wanted to get across to you guys, just showing you guys that there are synthetic shares, more proof that the short squeeze that we will see will be absolutely massive. And I wanted to give you guys a breakdown on the meme stocks and show you how BBBY could potentially trigger the short squeeze if it gets above $1 and starts squeezing, and then triggers all of these stocks to start squeezing with it. It all could be a domino effect. So I just wanted to get that information out there for you guys, let you guys know what was going on, and get this out there for you. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. It'll be linked in the comment section and description below. I go live there, talk about my trades in AMC all day long. So if you find it interesting, go ahead and check that out. And remember, I truly appreciate each and every one of you that watches the video to the end. It means a lot to me. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.